What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, here we have some very, very interesting news. As retired, legendary, Hall of Fame, iconic superstar boxer, former pound-for-pound king, 5-division world champion, retired, undefeated, 50-0, turned promoter and CEO of Mayweather Promotions, that being none other than Floyd Money Mayweather. He takes the opportunity, once again, to poke at Olympic bronze medalist, former WBC American heavyweight world champion, superstar boxer, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, who's now 42 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 41 big wins by way of knockout. Deontay Wilder, 35 years of age, stands 6'7" with an 83-inch arm reach. He's coming off of a highly anticipated, iconic, legendary instant classic trilogy with undefeated 2-time heavyweight world champion, British superstar boxer Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. With that said, we already know Floyd Mayweather, he let it be known that if he trained Deontay Wilder would have beaten Tyson Fury. And we know the backstory with Deontay Wilder and his former trainer, Olympic gold medalist, former 2-time welterweight world champion, superstar, iconic boxer, Mark Breland. Deontay Wilder, after the second fight with Tyson Fury, that saw Tyson Fury get a 7th round stoppage victory after Mark Breland threw in the towel against Deontay Wilder's wishes. Deontay Wilder stated he wanted to go out on the shield. Everybody in his team was instructed to never throw in the towel. Mark Breland, he threw in the towel. Deontay Wilder feels like Mark Breland also compromises water, and he says that he has information that leads him to believe that. With that said, he parted ways with his longtime trainer. Now, Floyd Mayweather, he offered his services to train Deontay Wilder. He stated that if he trained Deontay Wilder, he would beat Tyson Fury, right? Now, that's after Deontay Wilder's 2 losses. Deontay Wilder says Floyd Mayweather never offered his services to, be in his corner or lend a hand or even have a relationship with Deontay Wilder in the past. So why does he want to start now? So I guess Floyd Mayweather, he took offense to that. Once again, we know Floyd Mayweather's on record a few times saying he would love to train Deontay Wilder and he could assure Deontay Wilder would beat Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury even responded to Floyd Mayweather, and Tyson Fury, he stated, it don't matter what you do, you can't train him to beat me. With that said, Floyd Mayweather, he takes to social media today, once again, to make sure he gets the attention of Deontay Wilder and poke at Deontay Wilder, okay? And Floyd Mayweather, he has an interesting post regarding Deontay Wilder. So he puts up a post of Deontay Wilder's former trainer, Mark Breland, two pictures of Mark Breland, one of Mark Breland as a fighter and one of Mark Breland as a retired fighter and trainer. And he captions it this, quote, please hit the follow button if you want to follow a humble student, teacher, mentor, and coach in the sport of boxing. He has all the credentials and qualifications to support this is why I recognize him as an elite boxing coach. Something nowadays many unqualified people claim to be. Hashtag follow Mark Breland. Floyd Mayweather has never acknowledged Mark Breland. Not that he shouldn't. Mark Breland is a legend in the sport of boxing. But we understand exactly where Floyd Mayweather is getting at with this post. Okay, Deontay Wilder has a new trainer and former heavyweight star title contender Malik King Scott. Okay, who Malik Scott, he had a very good professional record. Okay, Malik Scott is a historian in the sport of boxing. Malik Scott has been in and around legendary trainers. He's been trained by legendary trainers, from Eddie Funch to all the way to Emmanuel Stewart. Okay, this is the likes of people that Malik Scott has been around in his career. So Malik Scott is a historian, and everybody has to start from somewhere. Okay, and so this is his first major fighter on this big stage. But Malik Scott, he finished his career at 38 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 13 wins by way of knockout. Malik Scott, 6'5" with an 81-inch arm reach. Okay, he even fought Deontay Wilder. He fought Luis Ortiz, Tony Thompson, Derek Chisora, Glasgow. He fought some very good fighters. Okay, so with that said, this is clearly a poke at, an opportunity and an opening to poke at Malik Scott and to poke at Deontay Wilder. And he says that, he's publicly acknowledging that, he believes that Mark Breland is a very humble, which he is, a very humble person, okay? Great mentor, great teacher, so on and so forth. Okay, not to take anything away from Mark Breland, because I believe he's all of the above. Now, with that said, though, Floyd Mayweather has never publicly acknowledged Mark Breland. So why would he take the opportunity today to publicly acknowledge Mark Breland? We know why. Because Floyd Mayweather, he has an issue, an ongoing, lasting issue with Deontay Wilder. He picked against Deontay Wilder with Tyson Fury. He left the first fight that ended in a draw. He left that fight early. That was a fight in L.A. at the Staples Center, and Floyd Mayweather was in attendance, as was I. And Floyd Mayweather, he wanted to leave early after the fight ended in a draw. He said that Tyson Fury should have gotten a nod. It shouldn't have been a draw. He was upset. Who knows what else he had on the line? As we know, Floyd Mayweather is into that type of thing. But with that said, when have you ever seen Floyd Mayweather publicly acknowledge Mark Breland? Now, he's always acknowledged, greats of yesteryear. That's nothing new. Okay, that's not a shocker. But you take the opportunity to let the boxing world know just how great Mark Breland is, because you're taking the situation with Deontay Wilder fought Tyson Fury in this trilogy. There was 5 knockdowns in this fight. Deontay Wilder was knocked down twice in the 3rd round. He knocked Tyson Fury down twice in the 4th round, and ultimately he was knocked out in the 11th round. So we know Floyd Mayweather is taking this opportunity to poke at Deontay Wilder, and he's essentially letting it be known that if he still had Mark Breland in his corner, the outcome may have been different. That's what Floyd Mayweather's getting at. It's a shame that these fighters today's time can't get along, okay, and can't find a common medium to, work together, because it would speak volumes if Floyd Mayweather was actually in Deontay Wilder's corner, regardless of, who's he up against and so on and so forth, okay, because, it would be historic if they band together, so Floyd Mayweather, he himself has never been a trainer at a high level. Floyd Mayweather hasn't trained no fighters to fight for no world championships. He's never done it, okay? Now, he has a great support system. He had a late, great, legendary Roger Mayweather in his corner. And Floyd Mayweather, he also had, obviously, his father, Floyd Mayweather Sr. in his corner, who is the architect of the Mayweather boxing. Started Floyd Mayweather, started Roger Mayweather, started Jeff Mayweather in the sport of boxing, okay? And he himself boxed until he got injured and his career came to an end. But we know that Floyd Mayweather, he clashes with his father. We saw him have a big, shakeout with his dad on public TV, on the world platform, on All Access, okay? At that time, it was 24/7. We know that, there's rocky relationships. Floyd Mayweather's always dealt with this. So this is not a shocker, okay? But again, this is not a coincidence. This is great. This is not, by accident that he put this post up and publicly acknowledged Mark Breland and telling people to go follow Mark Breland. This is a jab at Deontay Wilder and Malik Scott. I thought Malik Scott did a great job with Deontay Wilder. I thought Malik Scott did a great job in teaching me Deontay Wilder. I was personally privy to witness them, shake out and go over game plan the fight week, okay? Deontay Wilder, he started off as a different fighter. As I told guys, you're going to see a different Deontay Wilder. But after the 3rd round, Deontay Wilder, like he stated, he was hit behind the ear, okay? He was hit in the air, and he never recovered in the 3rd round. And he was just fighting off fumes, and he was fighting off, just the fact that it was just second nature, let his hands go. He was fighting off of muscle memory, okay? He resorted back to his old self, telegraphing the 1-2. Yes, he did. But, defensively, he should have been far more responsible. But again, like he stated, his equilibrium was knocked off when Tyson Fury, and that's a testament to Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is the one that landed the punch to knock his equilibrium off. So you got to give a testament to Tyson Fury. So Deontay Wilder, is he ever going to be the skill guy that Floyd Mayweather displayed? No, that's not who he is. But most heavyweights don't display that. Did George Foreman display that? Outside of Muhammad Ali and the chosen few, like Larry Holmes with his jab, how many heavyweights display that type of skill? Not even Tyson Fury. Mike Tyson even said this was one of the sloppiest fights he's witnessed. That means on both sides. That wasn't just the fact that Deontay Wilder was predictable, but also Tyson Fury, okay? It was an action-packed fight. You're dealing with guys that's far over 200 pounds, okay? And they're very tall, very rangy, and they're going to look uncoordinated at times. It's just natural. But Floyd Mayweather, instead of issuing words of encouragement or words that can help, he takes the opportunity to poke at Deontay Wilder. Not because he just wanted to suddenly show love and respect to Mark Breland. No, this was perfectly calculated to poke at Deontay Wilder, point blank and period. And Floyd Mayweather, he just never seems to want to truly help these fighters today's time, okay? Unless it benefits him, it seems. Now I know there's things he does behind the scenes, but Floyd Mayweather should, lend a helping hand more so than, saying, well, if they had me in their corner, they would have did yay and nay. How about going and lending that helping hand? Nonetheless, we know what this is about. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share the videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Oh, it is your boy Jada Kiss. Make sure you check out Blue Blood Sports TV. It's going down.